California scientist Don McPherson says he's developed a pair of sunglasses that can help colorblind people see normally.
It is the amazing technology that is allowing the colorblind to see what they've never been able to see before.
The heartwarming story of when a little boy who was colorblind sees color for the first time.
It's color. Can you see the color? Are they working? Oh my god.
Oh my god. There's like red.
Oh.
Is that purple? Is that green? Is that red?
Yeah!
You've probably seen the viral videos on social media.
We are so excited you can see color for the first time.
Grown men, reduced to tears, trying on a pair of colorblind glasses and swearing they're seeing true color for the first time. But as someone who's colorblind and has worked professionally with colors for over 6 years, I wasn't buying it. So I decided to put these color corrective glasses to the test. Little did I know this would lead me down a 3-month-long investigation where I'd uncover a raft of shady business practices, deceptive marketing, staged reaction videos, fake product reviews, compromised scientific research, dishonest influencers, fraud, you name it. Turns out all those viral videos were just a colorful smokescreen for what is actually a giant scam. In this 2-part series, we're going to expose the industry responsible for misleading millions of people who suffer from an incurable medical condition. On a lighter note, if you appreciate in-depth investigative content like this and want to support my channel, I've just launched a Patreon. So if you're willing or able to help, that would be incredible. This? It's all AI. Video about that on my Patreon. Now, back to the video. In 2015, paint manufacturer Valspar joined forces with EnChroma, a company that creates glasses for the colorblind. Together, they launched a marketing campaign that would leave a lasting impact. The concept was simple: create a heart-tugging 3-minute mini documentary where a small group of handpicked individuals would open up about their colorblindness. They then captured the emotional moment as they try on EnChroma's glasses and see a whole new world of color for the very first time. That video gets posted on a dedicated website where others are invited to share their struggles with color blindness. Those with the most compelling stories would get a free pair of EnChroma glasses and can make their very own emotional video. It was an immediate hit. Social media was flooded with viral videos and the media were all over it. The campaign was so successful that they raked in over 800 million views and won a gold award for best use of viral marketing. All this for a pair of overpriced sunglasses that don't deliver on their promise. But we'll get into that later. First, let's back up a moment. Colorblindness isn't always this black and white vision people often assume. I only found out I was colorblind when I was 21. I stumbled across one of those Ishihara color tests on YouTube, couldn't read all the numbers, and assumed it was a prank. That was until a friend of mine passed with flying colors. Just like that, I learned I had a color vision deficiency. But I mostly struggled with subtle or nuanced colors. For example, I wouldn't notice my skin turning red after too much sun, or a dark green car would just appear dark gray. But when it came to primary colors like rainbows or reading traffic lights, I never had an issue, so I never thought anything of it. That was until I landed a job working on TV commercials for a company called Trivago. Color became a vital part of my work. Unbeknownst to me at the time, one of my key roles was, get this, color correcting footage. This often led to awkward feedback from my colleagues who would point things out like, dude, the talent skin tones look very red. And I'd just be like, yeah, I was gonna fix that. But I couldn't see any issues whatsoever. I also struggled with something known as green spill, which is where green light reflects off a talent's skin when shooting them against a green screen. This is a pretty common issue in the film industry, and it's a relatively easy fix, provided you could actually see it. Now, while these issues were a struggle early on, I quickly found ways around it, and I've continued to work with color ever since. To me, color blindness was more of a nuisance than a life-altering disability. So you can imagine my skepticism every time I'd come across one of these viral videos where people were having these life-changing reactions. And to add to my skepticism, some of these videos just didn't make any sense. For example, there's this common theme where a colorblind person is given a color naming task,
I want you to point to each one and tell me what color they are, okay?
Dark green, blue, blue, brown, blue,
Only to put on the glasses and
purple,
That's purple.
orange,
Yes.
that's red.
Yes. Yes.
How did you know?
yeah, how did you know? If you've never seen these colors before, how are you able to name them all the first time you're seeing them? It doesn't make any sense. And there are many examples just like this one. So that was a huge blue flag for me. And then there was also this.
I got this box, and inside this box are glasses that will fix my color blindness.
Then 3 years later, this.
Oh my god,
Oh my god. So I put on these glasses.
bro, no change.
I didn't know that.
Like
I
this,
didn't
the
know
sky
that.
was zero. Like maybe the sky was a
Wow.
little like lighter shade of blue. And I had a moment in my mind. I was like, we're at the Getty Museum. I have to fake this. So I was like,
Who would have thought YouTube's most virtuous influencer, Logan Paul, would stage a video for views? Shocking. But even more concerning was that some influencers were profiting from their over-the-top reactions. A great example is this recent video by the creators Two Hearts One Soul, a creator couple from South Korea. Step 1, boyfriend tries on the glasses. Step 2, emotional reaction. Step 3, the tears start flowing. And step 4, advertise an affiliate link.
I signed up for their affiliate program. We have a link and we have a code for 10% off of them. And if you buy them, we get a very small commission percentage.
Wait a minute. So she signed up for the affiliate program and got a custom coupon code from EnChroma before they even knew whether or not the glasses would work. Seems to me that they were planning on making money from these glasses, regardless of the outcome. The couple also claim they're not sponsored by EnChroma.
Again, it's not sponsored, but
However, EnChroma has been using their content as advertising material on Instagram and Facebook. Now, I can tell you right now, most influencers will not allow companies to do this without some form of payment. And judging by the hashtag EnChroma, well, it's gotta make you wonder. Now, after reaching out to the couple for comment, they came out swinging in defense of their video, insisting they only signed up for the affiliate program after being impressed by the glasses. But I'm struggling to understand how they managed to apply and get approval for this affiliate program in the midst of shooting their video at the park. The timeline doesn't add up. They also claim EnChroma hasn't paid them a dime, besides affiliate commission, yet they conveniently dodged my questions about why EnChroma was using their content as advertising material. Concluding the email, I was given a stern warning that I'm not to use their content in any way. Oops.
It's worth it.
worth it.
Regardless, in the interest of fairness, I invited them to back up their story with proof of some dates, for the affiliate registration. But no, apparently I was too hostile and accusatory, so they felt, why bother? But despite all these concerning videos, there was still a lot of reactions out there that actually felt genuine. Like real emotional responses to these glasses that just didn't come across as acting. And honestly, a part of me wanted to believe at least some of them were real, because I too wanted to experience what they were experiencing. So it was time to find out what the hype was all about and try these glasses. But first, I had to get tested. So I googled color blindness tests, and would you look at who showed up at the top of the results? Interesting. EnChroma's test is pretty straightforward. The whole process took less than 2 minutes, and my results came back as a severe deutan, which is a type of red-green color blindness. These are the numbers I got wrong or couldn't make out. I decided to do another online test, but this time from a company called PileStone, who also make glasses for the colorblind. Strangely, their one pegged me as a mild deutan. However, you should never rely on the internet for a medical diagnosis, so I booked an appointment at a professional eye clinic here in Seoul. The process began with the typical Ishihara color test, much like the ones online, which quickly confirmed my general colorblindness. They then repeated the test, focusing on one eye at a time. Apparently, some people are colorblind in only one eye. Not me though. Next came a test I had never heard of before, the Farnsworth D15 color test. In layman's terms, this is a color arrangement task. You're provided with a reference color to start with, and then you have to organize the remaining 14 colored chips according to their color similarity. It's like putting together a puzzle with shades of colors. And again, both my eyes failed miserably. With the test done and dusted, the doctor was ready to give me my official diagnosis. Now, I wasn't allowed to record this, unfortunately, but the doctor simply said, "You're colorblind," in Korean. But given all the additional testing they did, I had hoped for a more detailed diagnosis. So naturally I was like, okay, but how colorblind am I exactly? To which the doctor replied, totally colorblind, and there's no cure. Not the most informative diagnosis I was hoping for, nor one that I really agreed with. What's interesting is I had actually also been professionally tested in New Zealand about 8 years ago. And back then I was officially diagnosed as being red-green colorblind. That's it. So I've been told I'm a strong do tan, a mild do tan, red-green colorblind, and totally colorblind. One thing I learned during this entire process is that it is not easy getting a clear and concise diagnosis. But I figured the answers lay in the hands of these miracle glasses. So it was time to put them to the test. Now, EnChroma claims that with their glasses, you're guaranteed to see color and thousands of hues for the first time. Pretty bold claim. Let's see my reaction. Let's see if we get some tears today. All right. All right, I'll just put them on and I'll just start talking about what I'm seeing, I guess. Whoa. Okay. Everything's a real intense magenta, like tint, pinkish tint, magenta tint. And I fail to see how that's gonna go away at all. That's so intense. All right, so I just found a couple of items in the house. This looks really different now. Like, this is intense. So I think something's actually happening here. Anything this color, like this is like this pops. Is this color new to me? I don't think so. Now, I'll spare you the entire video, but after wearing the glasses for an entire day, I did start to notice changes to certain colors. Pinks were more saturated and oranges became more of a blood orange or red. At first, a part of me thought the glasses were actually doing something meaningful. But whenever I posed myself the question, are these colors new to me? The answer was always no. Not at all. In fact, on the downside, I found certain colors to be worse. Greens looked slightly darker, and yellows became very muted. Now, EnChroma does recommend that you give your eyes a few weeks to adjust to the glasses, so I did just that. But there was no improvement to color perception at all. I also tried grading footage with the glasses on, but I found it more of a hindrance than an aid. So all things considered, EnChroma's glasses did not live up to the hype at all. But I wasn't gonna give up that easy, so I decided to test out a few more brands. The next pair I got my hands on was from the company called PileStone. They claim their glasses give individuals with a color vision deficiency the ability to see in perfect color. Wow, just what I was looking for. Here they are here. So let me show you what they look like. Wow, this, ladies and gentlemen, is what perfect color looks like. Honestly, the pink tint is so intense, it's painful to wear these. It's no wonder people are crying when they're putting these on for the first time. Now, as painful as it was, I continued to wear these glasses for prolonged periods of time. And what I noticed was the glasses appear to affect colors in a similar way to EnChroma's, but at like 3 times the strength. The longer I wore these glasses, the more I was convinced that this technology actually makes color perception worse. Here's a great example as to why. Here we have the colors orange and red. And I can easily discriminate these two colors. But when the glasses come on, they look basically identical. Through the camera, you can see a slight difference in colors, but barely. So I have no idea why they're claiming these glasses help you see color better when they make 2 completely different colors look almost identical. Needless to say, PileStone did not deliver on their promise of perfect color. Now, just as I thought it couldn't get any worse, wait until you see this last pair from a company called Carelust. They claim their glasses are FDA approved and allow you to see color like never before. Well, here they are, and holy shit, I must admit, I've truly never seen color like this before. Cause damn. Ladies and gentlemen, this is apparently what normal color vision looks like. It's absolutely ridiculous, and borderline terrifying. And on top of the obnoxious red tint, there's a reflective coating on the inside of these lenses, which is so strong that all you can see at first is a reflection of your own eyes. The FDA must be completely blind. I won't lie, I was genuinely shocked at just how bad these glasses are. Now, I'm not the first person to put these on and go, ugh. But most of these companies use the excuse that their glasses won't work for everyone, which acts as an excellent get out of jail free card for them. Because a lot of the people who are honest about their bad experience just go, bummer, I guess I'm not one of the lucky ones. But really? Is this really a case where some people are seeing an obnoxious red tint and others are seeing a whole new world of color? I don't think so. So I decided to go back and take a closer look at what customers were saying. And what I uncovered was incredibly concerning. A quick look on Trustpilot revealed that EnChroma had terrible reviews, with the majority of customers giving their product a 1 star. But try finding a negative review on their website. I found none. And after submitting my own negative review, it was never published. But after posting a positive review, what do you know? That showed up on their website. Now, that's not surprising, given the third-party service managing their reviews, Okendo, allows them to approve and reject reviews as they please. How convenient. Carelust also have many angry customers on Trustpilot, a stark contrast to their website, which boasts a score of 4.6. And after posting my own negative review, I'm told it's submitted for approval. And of course, it never gets published. Not concerning at all. Now, as for PileStone, well, their situation is a little different. They too boast a solid amount of positive reviews on their website, and according to the third-party review service, Shopper Approved, they're all from verified paying customers. Thank goodness. But as I scrolled through the reviews, I noticed something strange. Many of the reviews said odd things like easy or smooth or very informative. Well, it turns out the majority of these 5-star reviews were actually coming from the users who had completed the color blindness test. They weren't from paying customers at all. I won't lie, it was a sobering realization. All the review systems for these companies were compromised. A calculated manipulation that is beyond unethical. With the investigation looking more and more grim, I turned my attention back to the reaction videos to see if I could find anything off color. And sure enough, I stumbled across some damning evidence. Watch this.
I want you to point to each balloon and tell me what color they are, okay?
It's another balloon challenge video. The boy gets the colors of the balloons all wrong.
That one's blue, that one's orange, that one's purple.
Puts on the EnChroma glasses and gets them all right.
Blue, red, purple, green, orange, and yellow.
But after watching the video several times, I noticed something. Something was written on the balloons. They literally wrote the wrong colors on each balloon to help this boy state the colors he was supposedly getting wrong.
Green,
Okay.
yellow,
Yep.
yellow. Yeah. Wait, no, that one's red.
The video was staged. The most insane thing about this is I found this video on EnChroma's press kit page. Literally a video for the press to use when advertising EnChroma. That is insane. It was at this point I knew I had a serious investigation on my hands. But little did I know, I had barely scraped the surface. On the next episode, I consult with some color vision scientists. Can these color vision aids help you see new colors for the first time?
No. You're certainly not going to see new colors for this first time because they're not giving you a new detector.
Overall, they will not increase the number of colors that you can see in a scene, and mostly they play with brightness, contrast.
Including a scientist that work with EnChroma.
When I've seen things, at one point when I was more active in this, I complained and I try to make my opinions clear. Would you have still taken the shares from them, knowing that they're going to advertise their product in this way? That's pretty, you have to admit, it's pretty unethical to take someone's scientific study and then mischaracterize it to sell your glasses. Were you aware that they were mischaracterizing your findings in this way? Well, the mainstream media unknowingly promote $4 glasses from China under the guidance of a medical professional. I saw the news segment. Feel free to publish whatever you want. Do you want me to quote you?